The 2024 Emmy Awards, typically a celebration of television's best, took a controversial turn when hosts Eugene and Levy, known for their sharp wit, launched a roast that had social media and audiences reeling. Their target, Meghan Markle. Although the Emmy stage has seen bold jokes before, the Levy's humor was braver, bordering on brutal, as they skewered Markle's public persona with a mix of biting humor and scathing critique that had viewers questioning her place in the spotlight. Their roast began with a few lighthearted quips, but the tone quickly sharpened, evolving into a pointed critique of Markle's attempts to stay relevant in Hollywood. The Levy sarcastically alluded to her high-profile appearances, noting that her efforts seemed less about advocacy or entertainment and more about sustaining her media image. Referring directly to her 2023 Emmy attendance as a desperate attempt for relevance, the Levys raised eyebrows among the audience and on social media alike. However, the roast didn't end with just humor. Eugene and Dan turned their attention to more serious issues surrounding Markle's public persona. They questioned her perceived sense of entitlement, suggesting she leveraged her royal ties while criticizing the very system she seemed to rely upon. The Levys highlighted what they described as a penchant for drama, calling out what they perceived as a disconnect between Markle's words about making a difference and her actions that seemed more focused on brand building. In doing so, they questioned whether her appearances were truly altruistic or were rather more about maintaining her celebrity status. Then, in one of the most memorable moments of the evening, they jabbed at her former position within the British royal family. If you're really done with the royal life, why does it look like you're holding onto the spotlight as tightly as a royal holding a scepter? Dan quipped. This line sparked immediate reactions on social media, with critics both defending and disparaging Markle in equal measure. What surprised many viewers was the intensity of the online reactions. Social media quickly polarized, with one side applauding the Levys for their boldness and honesty. Some praised their willingness to say what they felt others were thinking but were too afraid to say, calling it a refreshing take on the Duchess's public image. Supporters argued that Markle's repeated efforts to stay relevant on both sides of the Atlantic seemed at odds with her frequent criticisms of the media's scrutiny and Britain's royal culture. This group saw the Levys' roast as an incisive, if harsh, wake-up call on the hypocrisy they perceived in her actions. On the other side, however, Markle's defenders found the Levys' jokes unkind, interpreting the roast as an unnecessary attack bordering on cyberbullying. Many expressed that such personal critiques seemed inappropriate for a public event meant to celebrate artistic achievement. Some argued that Markle's frequent charity work and outspoken views on social issues were genuine, and the Levys' roast only served to perpetuate unnecessary negativity around a public figure trying to use her platform for good. They felt the Levys took it too far, crossing a line from humor into cruelty. As the dust settled from the evening's fiery exchange, the Emmys succeeded in reigniting debates about Markle's public image, sparking widespread discussion of what it truly means to be authentic in the public eye. The Levys' roast forced many viewers to confront the question: is Markle an icon of modern social values, or simply another celebrity clinging to the limelight?